Mackenzie Shirilla, the 18-year-old who drove herself, her boyfriend, and friend into a wall at over 100 miles per hour, killing them both, is now serving several life sentences in prison. And with the very recent release of her personal jail phone call recordings, where she shows zero remorse, only cares about the approaching canteen day when she can get snacks and paper and pens so that she can write her personal book, many girls have now come forward who have either served time in the past with Mackenzie or are currently serving time with her in prison right now to tell their story of exactly how she's handling her time in there and some interesting things that she's had happen to her. I mean, slapped by her big mama prison girlfriend, high school-like popularity contests, her bizarre new prison side hustle, even an army of little fanboys sending her all their hard-earned dollars. All coming up. Let's get started. Now, first off, I would like to let you know, I was given the personal cell phone number of Mackenzie Shirilla's mother, Natalie. And I called. Of course, it went to voicemail, like anyone would do if a random number calls you. Send her a good, nice text. Try to be respectful, just extending the invitation to do an interview if you'd like to, and let her know up front, hey, here's my channel. You can look at the videos I've already done about Mackenzie. Obviously, I don't really agree with her or you, but just putting that out there. And if you'd like to come, I will allow you to say what you want to say and tell your story. But I do got a couple questions for you. She read it 2 minutes after I sent it. Never got a response, so not surprised. But I'm sure she checked out my channel and has probably been watching these videos I'm doing on Mackenzie like, oh my gosh, my daughter got violated in the shower. Don't worry, she didn't get violated. She, by all accounts, she enjoyed it. That's what she consented, and that's what she wanted. She's having a good old time in there, Mom. Let's move on to a further, more extensive update I got from this person who is a community member of this channel, a viewer of this channel, Matt. But really the info was coming from his friend who is locked up, named Erica Rowe. If you watched my previous video, we already pulled up her information, confirmed that she's in the same unit, pulled up her mugshot, her charges, everything. She's in there for life, murder, and a lot more things. So Erica Rowe, she's in there with Mackenzie, and she already gave us just a little tidbit of what's going on. You know, she's got, she's in the shower. She had a train apparently ran on her by these two black female inmates that she was totally down with, using homemade, prison-made, kind of like how guys make shanks. Apparently the female inmates in there make toys, if you catch my drift. Aside from that, you know, COs, the corrections officers, they hate her. She's very disrespectful. She's got a nasty mouth on her and an attitude, which you could probably guess from the phone calls if you've been following. And then as well, she's also been to solitary confinement for disciplinary reasons many, many times. Lastly, this is from the previous video, she walks around there like her booty don't stink, because she gets, you know, a good bit more money from her mama than the other inmates. But now we're going to get a little more insight into that, because now that we've confirmed everything and that she is, you know, I was able to see she is in the exact unit as Mackenzie. I mean, obviously we know this holds weight. This is, so he talked to her again on the phone, and this is what he came back with. He says, so one of the big black girls that took part in the train running's name is Tiffany Ridley, and I went ahead and looked her up, confirmed her location, confirmed her incarceration in the same cell block and unit as Mackenzie Shirilla. Here's her picture. There she is. He said that's exactly how you spell it too. Thanks for that. That helped me find her. The other one goes by the name Bands, but not sure what her actual name is. She got moved out of the unit as well. So from what Erica told me is that basically Mackenzie is a bank. She's like a golden goose, a cash cow to those two black girls, and they are from Cleveland as well, and they were in the county jail with her, so they were already kind of setting it up to extort her pretty much. But she is willingly giving up the goods, meaning, they're kind of extorting her for money, but she's willingly participating in these actions, these pleasurable acts, okay? She is willingly giving up the goods. The corrections officers absolutely do not like her. They are constantly watching her because she's always getting disciplinary reports for just being disrespectful and not following the rules. And her mom isn't the only one sending her money. So now we're about to learn something very interesting. She's got a fan club of lame dudes sending her money as well, and I absolutely believe it. I mean, she's not the worst looking girl I've ever seen. She's, whatever. I mean, there's a bunch of doofuses out here who would probably see her and be like, oh my gosh, I could be the one as long as I buy her noodles and honey buns and Snicker bars. I'm sure she'll get parole in 15 years and then she can be my wife and I'll finally not be a virgin anymore. A bunch of losers supporting her, going to work, busting their butt for a paycheck, paying their rent, paying their bills, and then the little scrap of dollars they got left after, they're sending it all to her, thinking they're the only one, but there's probably hundreds of them. So she's got a lot of money coming in. That's what we're learning. I'm telling you, I said in my previous videos, just listening to her on the phone calls, she is like the female Wade Wilson. And this even further solidifies it. Wade Wilson had an army of delusional women sending him money. Now you got an army of doofus, loser men sending this girl money. For what? At least the delusional women with Wade could hide behind the lie that, hey, I think he's innocent. No one ever thought he was innocent. But, I think he's innocent, and so I'm supporting him because I think he's innocent, and that's why I sent money. These guys, ding dang well, they don't care. She could have committed the most, she could have went to these guys' house, stamped on their grandma's foot, spit in her eye, and slapped the chapstick off her lips. And they'd be like, you know what? You're kind of hot. Here's $50. Horny little losers, that's what they are. So he goes on to say, Ohio prisons, they call it, he just kind of clears some prison slang up for me. But he does say if she keeps going to the hole, which is solitary confinement for getting in trouble, if she's been so many times, if she keeps going, she's going to get sent to Dayton Correctional Institution, which is the level 3 female prison, which is probably the highest security, the most dangerous prison you can go to. So you're already getting smacked up at this less dangerous prison. Good Lord. Can't imagine what's going to happen to you at this level 3 prison. Erica told me a lot of the other inmates don't like Mackenzie because she acts self-entitled, which we already know that from the phone calls. So Big Bertha and Tiffany and the others are her protection in there. And yes, I asked about any altercation that she knows of. So apparently Big Tiffany smacked up Mackenzie one day because she was told to stay away from another inmate on the yard that Tiffany didn't like. Mainly because Tiffany didn't want Mackenzie, getting buddy-buddy with her and giving her some commissary. That's all commissary that could be going to Big Tiffany. So any little crumb, any little Cheez-It out of a bag could have been one more Cheez-It in Big Tiffany's mouth, and Big Tiffany don't like that, so didn't want her giving her commissary and giving up the goods to other inmates. He finishes by saying Little Miss Killer is wrapped up in the prison life completely, and from the way she acts, there's no end in sight to that. Very interesting. But that's not all, folks. Let me play you a few snippets and clips of a long TikTok from a girl who is starting her own prison TikTok channel. I respect the hustle. but she was in there with Mackenzie Shirilla. What she has to say about Mackenzie being in some, how the whole prison turned into a popularity contest, and how Mackenzie acts, about that, and then also what her bizarre new side hustle is in prison, which is a way she earns money, and apparently her product that results from her side hustle is in high demand. Take a listen.
But yes and no, she did not talk about it. Not to me. Now, there are girls in there, like I told you, she was cool with all the lifers. She could have easily opened up to them. I doubt it, though. Her mom was pretty adamant on that. If you heard the phone call with her mom was saying, don't talk about it, don't talk about it on this phone, don't talk about anything. So, I doubt that she really talked about it. But yeah, there was no conversation about her case while she was in there. Not to me, at least. Then a lot of people touched on her mom. I told y'all that Mackenzie had everything possible in prison, and that is because of her mom. Period. She was really close to her mom. I know her mom. People in there would talk about it. In prison would talk about it. Her mom makes these pages on Instagram, free her, whatever. Her mom advocates for her to be out. Her mom makes her prison stay as peaceful and as nice as a prison stay can be. People wanted to know about her walking around prison with hickeys. Yes, honey. I don't really feel like I need to go into more detail about that. The girl was getting down. She had girlfriends. In prison, everyone knew why she was there. Everyone knew who she was. Everyone knew what she did and looked at her like, that bitch is crazy. Not we're scared of her crazy, because she was not intimidating at all, but in a way that's wow, you just threw your life away, and who just crashes their car into a building? But her head held high, would cut her little crop tops, would walk around with hickeys on her neck, because that's just what girls do. They get in there and go gay for the day, whatever. Literally, had everything that you can have that's, special or, outside world stuff in prison. She had it. Because her mom and her family made sure she was straight. They had money, so she was in there set. She would walk around, and she would make stuff, hats out of, distress. She would distress them, Urban Outfitters type hats. Full beat of makeup, full glam, nothing. She always had, the most expensive shoes, most expensive, clothes. Most expensive, if you could have a watch, jewelry, she had it, girl. She would make stuff. She was pretty, creative and, artsy. She would make bracelets, make jewelry, make that. She would sell them. And that was kind of, her hustle. But there is, women's prison is, a popularity thing. So it's really, being in high school. And Mackenzie was kind of popular in prison because she had to be there for a long time. So, people who are serving life sentences have, an unspoken level of respect. People that are just coming in and getting out, we're renting an Airbnb and they're the homeowners, landlord, you know what I mean? So she was friends with the lifers. I do remember this one girl that she was really close with. Them two would walk around on the track literally every single day, and the other girl was a pretty girl, didn't look like she should be in prison either, whatever, can't judge a book by its cover. They were super tight, you could meet, and then one day you just see Mackenzie slowly shifted to hang around only the lifers, the people that were in there in life, people that had names, people that were known because they've been there for years, people that are cool with the COs, and that kind of put her up in ranking, I guess, at the prison. So she didn't deal with the other girl anymore, and I want to say it was about also another female, they were both going back and forth in a relationship, whatever. It was messy. You could Mackenzie definitely had drama in her little friend group. She was scary though. She would not fight. She was very quiet and timid if she didn't know you, but she definitely walked around jumped like a teenager, you know what I'm saying? Living in a fantasy world, still striving to be that it girl in prison that got her to be in this position in the first place.
This video contains 2 full jail calls made immediately after Mackenzie Shirilla's guilty verdict. If you're unfamiliar with this case, please check out the video I've linked in the comments below.
Hey. Here's
Oh
what
my
I'm supposed to
goodness.
say. I know, Kenzie, listen, these phone calls are recorded. We are not allowed to talk about anything.
Well, we need
Okay.
a new lawyer is what we need.
No, not a new lawyer. We're going to file an appeal, okay?
No, we need to get another lawyer. Look up.
Yes, that is what it is. Okay?
Wait,
Don't worry about anything. Okay? I can't talk about anything on the phone, Pumpkin. I'm
Why
so
would they
sorry.
do that?
I don't know. I can't talk about any. Please don't say anything on the phone. It could ruin the appeal. Okay? I don't know. But we're not done yet, okay? And I can't talk about anything. So just have trust in us, please. Okay? But I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I knew this was going to happen. I knew it. I knew it.
I didn't. I thought it wasn't gonna happen.
I mean, well, I guess I shouldn't say I knew it. I had a feeling. I just had a feeling. Because I just can't say anything on the phone. And we don't even get to talk privately. So we'll just have to talk about it later. Okay? So I'm glad you're on the protected floor.
Why?
Okay?
I asked to get moved today.
No, I talked to the warden this morning. It's not up to you.
I talked to the corporal.
No. Well, she said it's not up to you. You got to stay.
Okay, well, I asked to talk to the corporal. So.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, I
So-
did talk to the corporal.
And?
And I might get moved.
Okay, well, whatever. Okay.
He's
I know
looking
you
into
can.
it.
Okay. But I love you, and just please trust us. Trust us. That's all I can say. Trust that we will never, ever, never stop. Ever, never.
I don't want you guys to go broke fighting for me for a lost cause.
We won't. It's not a lost cause, first of all. And we won't, Kenzie. We won't. I promise. I promise. And it's not a lost cause. Don't ever say that to Mama. Ever, never again. Okay? Everybody knows what's going on here.